Oh, is he not actually? Oh, I see. That's okay.
Move out! Move out! Pushing them back, sir! Orders!
So my intention is to hit this with all of these guys that just came in.
All in!
Once they've won these couple of battles, and then we'll be able to hit tryers from another angle. And no river crossings. River crossing here anyway. So if they lose, then that's going to be a bad time. So let's deselect you. You're about to win. You're being actually fairly hard pressed. That's going to be a lot of strength and organisation gone. So I'm hoping that you can do some good counter-attacking here. Just bring your artillery and stuff to bear. Ooh. Okay, it's not my units. It's fine. The Marines are fighting pretty hard, though. As their experience is... Well, no, they've been training for ages.
Let them have it! Yes, sir! Attention!
Doing a lot more microing here than I usually would. Unfortunately, this attack's about to end. Which is going to leave them free to go after something else. Attack destroyers just getting weaker and weaker. Not good. Not good at all. But though we are getting more and more mechanized, so I am wondering if we want to go and switch out another unit. 600 to do that. Ah, and this attack's about to end. That's good. 6, 27, 28. Come on. Done. All of you attack that. Go.
All in!
We're not going to be trapping as many people here as I was hoping, but we're still trapping some. Fortunately, it does look like we're being pushed from there. Definitely being pushed here in the north. I think I'm focusing way too much on this one potential cutoff.
Keep on attacking!
Paradox Games, you've ruined me. It's all about the cutoffs now. Cavalry leader, 14%. We've overtaken the infantry leader. That's good. Like, our mechanized units are pretty decent. The real thing, though, is are we just going to be able to out-attrition Germany? You're on all adult serve. You're also out of manpower. Bloody hell, France. I'm still on extensive, right? Yeah. So I'm quite a ways behind in terms of manpower laws, as this shows. Defenses of Troy is just getting tougher and tougher. I don't know, I'm not convinced. I mean, there are a couple of German units which are hideously weak right now.
Let them have it!
Hideously or hilariously, depending on which way you want to see it.
Attention!
Let's keep you in the fight if we can. Who's attacking?
Go, go, go!
You guys are. Right.
Listen up!
7 divisions there.
Ready to move. Attention.
Should allow me to bring a lot more firepower to bear when they actually start to filter in. Come on. There's only 80 of you right now. 120. One more. 160. That's more like it. Ooh, tier 3 guns. Marvellous. We finally caught up. It's still 42. Let's get the anti-tank rifles. And then we're going to switch out infantry equipment to infantry equipment 3s, which are hilariously expensive in terms of industry. Okay. So we are going to need some more civilian factories so we can actually afford to import the gear that we need. Although actually a lot of that's steel, and I'm importing a lot of steel. Let's cancel these until we know for sure what it is we need, because I have not invested at all in resource gathering. And we can make our way through that pretty quickly. What music mod is this? This is not a music mod. This is vanilla.
Come on, move out.
With the last update, they added the radio, which also included a bunch of new tracks, including all of the music from the previous Hearts of Iron games. And this right now is Siberia in My Heart, which I think is one of the Comintern tunes. I currently have the Allies and Comintern music on, not the German, because we're playing as Britain, which has some very British tracks. And obviously we're Communist Britain. Right, let's start working on these. Let's get the extraction going. Kaiserreich does have a separate music mod, yes. But I very strongly suspect that it is horribly and hilariously copyright. So I have not got it. Austria's not in this war, are they? Oh man, fighting against Austria would be even worse. And in fact, while we're talking about fighting Austria... Ooh, another dreadnought. At the moment. Tomorrow, I will be commentating on a game of Kaiserreich. That is a game of Kaiserreich hosted by Kaiserreich Weekly, who are a group that do weekly multiplayer games. It is a competitive game. They did the preliminary games last week, which is deciding who would be in this week's grand final. It was a fantastic game last weekend, so I really do hope that it will join us for the game tomorrow. It's going to be kicking off at 6 PM British Summer Time tomorrow, and we'll be going through until like midnight, and then the same time again on Sunday, 6 PM until roughly midnight-ish, maybe on a bit more. And it's going to be excellent. There are 4 really good teams involved. We've got the... well, I don't know who's playing as what just yet, but the Reichspakt is led by Germany. They're joined by Austria, Ukraine, Poland, and... forgetting someone. Germany, Austria, Ukraine, Poland... Who's the 5th? Oh, Bulgaria, of course. Bulgarian tanks. They're amazing. Then we've got the Internationale, which is Commune of France, Union of Britain, CNTF-AI, Socialist Italy, and Switzerland. Then there's the Co-Prosperity Sphere, which is Japan, Russia, Fentieng, Siam, and Insulindia, which is Indonesia. And then the Entente, which is Canada, Republic of France, USA, Dominion of India, and Australasia. And it should be a really good game. Like I said, last week was absolutely phenomenal. These guys really know how to play the game. They know it inside out. And I'm very much looking forward to it. And I would very much encourage you to watch it because it's worth the time. Especially the conflicts between Germany and Commune of France. And also the Entente, to be fair. Like, they take a little bit longer to get on track, but they do have to fight the American Civil War, for example. Is the Second American Revolution a guaranteed event? Yes, it is. Australasia, who I forgot about all the time. I got them this time, though. It was poor old Bulgaria I forgot. Who's going for us? Dutch East Indies. I'm already at war with them. Yeah, we are. Who's killed the most? Probably me. No, France has. Really? I have sunk so many of their convoys. It's kind of gotten a little bit crazy. We haven't actually seen very much of the Entente yet. Oh, come on! Punch through Troyes! For goodness sake, people! Will it be broadcast on this channel? Yes, it will.
Yes, sir.
So, bring in even more of these tanks. Although actually half of you are currently in reserve. No.
Ready, sir.
Go and reinforce these front territories, because the last thing I want is to lose those. Especially as we are being pushed back towards Paris here. Germany's pushing us really hard, but they are taking some massive casualties in the process. Now lost 15 million. Come on, get this cut off, for goodness sake. We have 11 divisions defending. 11! 11! Kampfgruppe is done. So I'll accept your offer to build stuff. Okay, desperate defense versus modern blitzkrieg. We are definitely going for the modern blitzkrieg, because manpower is not my problem.
Keep on attacking!
Ah, we have AA finally. Enemy S purity reduction plus 14%. Okay, AA battalions are really strong. Interesting. AA minus 17 instead of minus 25. Alright, noted. Build AA more often.
Ready!
Mostly just curious to see what we can bring to the fight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this line now for the purples to here so that you go and get redeployed somewhere a little bit more useful. You're attacking right now, in fact both of you are. Let's have that stop immediately. We're just not taking Troyes, it's just not gonna happen for us. I have 13 divisions defending here now. They're all on full strength pretty much. I need to know,
Keep moving!
how are you doing for kills? 47 for 17, pretty good ratio for my mechanized. You're actually killing a lot of their armored stuff. You're not losing a lot of your own, well you're losing a lot of their tanks, but that's kind of acceptable. You've killed 44,000 and lost 19. My infantry is doing even better.
Ready to move!
Felicia Brown, who is now a level... Still level 3. You're leveling up really slowly. But you are leveling up now. You've almost got infantry leader. At which point I can get ambusher. Which give you more entrenchment. We sank their pride of the fleet again. An improved dreadnought, that's a new one. Still not in Troyes, are we? Still not. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, they are scraping the barrel. So Germany is really losing a lot of manpower. I mean, they're slowly but surely gaining it right now. but compared to what we've got, not so much. The problem is France is also out. 900 against 3,600, so we are still losing the air war. Although having the extra AA in our division should help quite a lot. And you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and deploy these guys. Send them into the fray. They'll learn on the job quickly enough. Where's that again? I mean, they do have like 15% of their manpower still to recover, because it's a pretty big jump from what I recall. Actually, let me just double check that. How big a jump is it? All adult serve is 20%, scraping the barrel is 25%. It's only actually 5% mobilization. The big jump is service by requirement to all adult serve, which is 10%, and then 5% to scraping the barrel, for a huge penalty to industry. Which is why I'm a little bit surprised that industrially we're not doing better. Maybe we are, we just haven't noticed yet. You know what, I think I'm going to send another 10,000 guns to the French. It should keep you fighting for a little bit longer.
Pushing them back, sir.
Here come the extra units. Thankfully they're taking a back route, so it's not going to be as slow. And we were defeated in Troyes. And now they're counter-attacking. German tank, man, it's strong. Definitely is a good thing that I've started to get AA and AT. In fact, AA I think I can tone down a bit. Is AA cheaper than AT then? Production 5, AT is production 5, artillery is production 4.5, so artillery is actually the cheapest. Very interesting. I think we'll stay with that. And we do still need more steel. We're still not in a position to get. However, I do think that we're in a position to tone down the amount of oil we're purchasing right now. So we have been making a surplus for a while. How's your cavalry? 20%. Alright, we're getting there.
Keep on attacking!
Oh, they pushed us out of here again. Well, that's a bit annoying.
Let's go!
Alright, let's get the purples. Your job's going to be to hold up to here again. Especially Paris. Noted. And we can probably afford to upgrade our SPGs once more. I just got rid of the wrong one, didn't I? SPG Mark IIs. We need to get rid of the Mark 1s. Oh, and you can just upgrade the ones that you already have in storage. Oh, sweet. Yeah, please do that first. Well, no. I want you to make new ones. I don't care about upgrades. Because if you have big numbers in storage, that just means that I can add more SPGs. Centimetric radars, done. Let's go ahead and grab the final one. Now we have got all of the radar. So much radar.
Come on!
I'm going to get rid of your objective to take Troyes. That was clearly a province too far. Because if we can take all of these planes here, then hopefully we can turn around and take Troyers out. But I think we do need some more planning preparation. Kakua, thank you very much for the follow. And crikey, yes, I've missed a couple of these. I am so sorry about that. Winter Wolf, Skister Starboy, and Lucky4, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. I'm a little bit annoyed that even though I've got tip-top decryption, I still can't see what Germany's numbers are. Alright, it's December, so we're going to wait until 43. And we'll grab that. I can't believe it's still only 1942. Like, all of this has happened and it's 42. This was such an early war. There's Moscow. There. Yeah, Russia's definitely pushing them back now. And CSA? This is still kind of a stalemate. I mean, these two are being at war now is a good thing. The CSA has not pushed them for a long time. And they're on service by requirement. Crikey, they're on scraping the barrel. So AUS and PSA, these guys are completely out of manpower. Are basically out. But that does mean that the USA, when they do join, is not going to be very strong. You know what, actually we do want this for the extra defense and breakthrough. Lonely Otaku, thank you very much for the bits, I appreciate that. Mordred, I want to say thank you because you helped me end my anime addiction by making good content again, thanks. More than welcome. Right, how are you lot doing? You seem to be holding okay at the moment, which is good. A couple of you do have a couple of equipment shortages, towed artillery primarily, which hopefully we can start churning out. We are very low on artillery. And we're producing a lot of guns, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to invest in more artillery instead. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ship production to the bottom now. They have served their purpose. They don't need to be the priority anymore. Because we're definitely going to be running out of steel. And this means that all of my military production is going to... Sorry, the land production is going to be a lot better. Right, the other thing we need to be doing is getting more of the resource development and technology. We'll get to that, hopefully. And here for the long run, because I do love Hearts of Iron. Well, if you like Hearts of Iron, you'll like Kaiserreich even more. That's awesome. Ooh, that's a little gap in the line there. Do I care? Yes, I think I do. Let's get that fixed up. Dominion of India took 10 states. Indian Empire was annexed. That's really bad because it means the Entente now controls the whole of India. Unfortunately. So let's see if I can reduce my oil imports again. And then increase my tungsten imports. Because I want to keep the artillery going. We are still... Oh, no. Oil's kind of thinking about it. Hasn't quite decided if we want to stay positive or negative. But the lines do seem to have stabilized, so we are just kind of sitting here doing tons of damage. Our soft attack is only 140. It's not amazing. How's the air battle going? Again, that's kind of... important one. Still have 4 times our numbers. They're still destroying 3 times as many. Yeah, we are losing fighters overall. However, we just got another air doctrine, which is good. Air superiority plus 20%. Yes, please. Let's get that. And also, is it possible to upgrade the Spitfires any further? No, Spitfires are already tip-top. Okay, so what about the Typhoons, which are definitely not tip-top? Let's up their engines. And they're just the engines. And I want to up the priority of the Typhoons as well. And have a couple more of those in production. Huzzah! S. Badkins, thank you very much for the resubscription. 15 months in a row, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that, very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if I want to ground my aircraft for a bit again, just let them build up some numbers. I think I probably do. Because we do have a lot more anti-air in our units now. And in fact, with that in mind, I think it's time for us to add some anti-air to the armoured divisions. Exchange for what, though? Analyze the question. I mean, what we could do is SP's there, remove you, and then mobile anti-air and motorized anti-tank. Uses up motorized, which we have loads of.